Hello and welcome to On Wednesdays We Wear Black with me, Sophie K.
And Yasmin Suman.
And today we are going to take you through the news stories of November 2024. So our first news story is going to be about the fact that the CKY vocalist punched the Alien Ant Farm vocalist.
We're so
That
back.
was everywhere.
We're
that was
so
everywhere.
back. The 90s are so back. This is the 90s nostalgia I wanted. I wanted to see musicians all out beefing again. I miss that. I miss when musicians would just punch each other in the face and get it over with instead of like subtweeting one another on Twitter. I miss that. I really did miss that. I hate that they're beefing because I don't want any
Yeah,
band to
you don't
beef,
want anyone to get punched in the face.
but I have missed band drama.
I mean, it is drama because if you don't know, Chad from CKY was on tour. The band CKY were on tour with Alien Ant Farm, and Chad punched Dryden in the face.
In the face.
In the face.
What do you think led up to that point? Do you think he just came into his dressing room and went, or do you think there was some like talk before that, like, "Hey man, I'm going to punch you in the face"? No, don't do that.
But you're
I
on
don't
tour
want
together.
that.
You're on tour together. It's like you're the supporting band. At least bring some humility. No.
I strive to have that kind of energy in my life. Like I want to be so cocky that as a supporting band, I punch the main band's vocalist in the face.
So, in a statement from Dryden, he
In a
explained
statement,
this is according to Loudwire because they got kicked off the tour.
Punched, yeah.
He said that Chad had basically shown problematic behaviour on the tour and did not respond positively when attempts were made to address the issues. Now, according to Chad, he posted and said, "Nothing wrong with defending yourself from a bad guy. If you are attacked or feel truly threatened, have no fear and stop the threat however you can." So he's not even gone, "Look, I'm really sorry."
Look, I was a bit
Double
turned.
down.
I got a bit crazy the other night. No, he doubled down. I've got to respect someone who doubles down. At least he knows he's like, you know what, I'm wrong, but I'm going to be wrong with pride. I don't know what happened. Obviously, I hate that anybody was hurt, but again, I do love band drama.
Let's go on to the next news story, and this is a pretty big one that has absolutely split the scene into pieces. And it's about the fact that Oceano announced that they were going on tour with two other bands and got savagely called out. Have you seen this news article, Yasmin?
Yeah, but why? Okay, I've seen this, and I already have an opinion on this, and I'm
I bet.
already mad about
Okay,
this.
well, let me give you the
But
history, just in
yeah,
case you don't know.
tell me everything.
Okay. So, according to Loudwire, what happened is there was a tour called American Rejects, and it was set to feature Attila, Oceano, and Dealer. So the tour there was a lot of criticism on the tour due to the problematic past of two members of the touring bill. So Alpha Wolf's Josh Arnold sparked controversy, according to Loudwire, when referring to the tour in his Instagram story as the Rapist Abuser Tour, referencing the sexual misconduct allegations made against at least one other member of the touring lineup. So Alpha Wolf had dismissed now Dealer frontman Aidan Holmes from their band in early 2018. So there is like history and drama here.
That is wow. Okay, yeah.
Now, then what happened is obviously people came for Oceano and started criticising them. Adam is one of the sweetest guys that I've interviewed. He's a very nice guy. Adam Warren said that he didn't keep up with internet stuff like that these days because he's pretty busy with family and work. And then he said, "After gathering my own information on the subject, of course we will be removing Oceano from the tour, but shame on you all who tried to make me the scapegoat. What are you doing to change this culture besides point fingers and reshare rumours? It's time to get to work. I had zero idea the environment I was getting myself into, and I'm talking openly about it. What are you doing to change this?" And then do you know what I mean? And then he went on to say, I think that before judging the innocent band just taking what seemed like a decent opportunity and has never been associated with these bands before, you should look towards the agents, managers, venues, websites, festivals, and continue to that all continue to support, book, and clearly downplay to their own clients the character of people their good bands work with. Oh, he is coming in
Tell him
hot.
again. You know what? Tell him
And then
again.
he said, so basically he went on and he said, you're getting upset with me when I'm just hearing about it. And he said, basically, y'all are vicious and clearly seek chaos without care of who it affects. Thought I had been blessed with much opportunity as we enter a more connected era. I have felt very disrespected over the years from the scene that really is more of facade than a real concept in reality. So he's come for the concept of it being like this unity. In the end, he ended up announcing that he was going solo, quitting Oceano. So, do you remember the video of a grandma enjoying Slipknot concert a year ago? She's gone viral again, has even received a nod fellow grandma Sharon Osbourne.
I love that. I love that. I haven't seen this lady. No.
So the grandma in question, according to Loudwire, was at Slipknot's September show at the PNC Bank Arts Centre in New Jersey in support of their album at the time, We Are Not Your Kind. That was over 5 years ago now. And it's unclear who exactly took the original clip, but it was shared on Instagram and loads of people got involved in it. And she was on her feet in the pit. She was singing Spit It Out. She was just having the best time.
I love that. That's going to be me when I'm 80. That is literally going to be me when I'm 80, okay? If I'm not in the pit, if you don't spread my ashes in the pit, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I can't wait for a bunch of us to be walking around with our little tennis ball, what are they, walkers, and just walking around the pit. Not even running, not even moshing, just slow jogging around the pit. We'll do some releases. So Thornhill put out a new song called Nerve.
I love
Architects
Thornhill.
have announced their new album and put out a song called
Yes.
Whiplash. Killswitch Engage
Yes. Oh
have
my
put
gosh. And
out
it's
a song
so.
called Forever Aligned.
Can we
Hello.
talk about how heavy that track is as well? Really loving it.
I
Um,
love it.
and then how can we not reference the fact that Linkin Park, they got to number two because a K-pop band beat them to the top, but in 10 different countries they went to number
Guys,
one
I need
with
to
the
ask
album From
something. I
Zero.
need to ask something. Is Emily Armstrong still cancelled? Because I thought we came to the conclusion that she'd left Scientology, that she'd obviously cut ties from Scientology. She even came out and was like, hey, I supported something, I didn't realise it was bad, I'm sorry. And she's like, gone her separate ways. She's not actively supporting Scientology anymore. She was a victim of a cult, right? I thought we'd come to that establishment because people are still mad at her, and I really publicly want to thirst over her. I'm sorry! If I'm one
You're just a perv. You're just a
I'm
perv.
no, if I'm one thing, it's a lesbian. If I'm one thing, it's a raging lesbian.
It's a
Have you
perv.
seen? Have you seen her in the suit?
I'm going to gloss over that and go on to the fact that Spirit Box released Perfect Soul,
I
and they've got a
know.
a new album coming for us.
I love Spirit Box. I love that they are just doing the most. Like
Yeah.
they're just slaying. And also, like Grammys. Hello for your Grammy consideration.
Oof.
Fucking Spirit Box got nominated for a Grammy, and Knock
Oof.
Loose with Poppy, and Knock Loose are going on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Oof. Yes, they are indeed.
Did you see, by the way, about headlining? The other big thing was Sleep Token are headlining Download Festival in the UK, which is very exciting. It's a 3-day festival. It's in June every year in the UK in Donington Park. It's like a little race circuit that gets turned into a Mosher festival. It's great. And it's been going for probably longer than I've been alive. But Sleep Token are headlining this year, and people got mad, Sophie. People got really
Yeah.
mad.
The
People
other headliners were
Green Day
Corn
and
and Green
Corn.
Day.
And people got mad because Sleep Token were headlining because people think they're not big enough. People think it's too soon. And
People are
I
mad. People are.
I all I have to say is, right, is maybe it is too soon, but how would you know if you didn't take risks? That's how festivals die, when they pick the same five metal bands from the 80s to
Well, that's what
headline
Andy
every
Copping said.
festival.
The thing is what I don't understand is these are the same people who know that bands like Korn, Slipknot, Evanescence, like so many of them shot to fame quite early in their career. It's just the world of rock and metal has changed. And so those opportunities for rock and metal to become popular culture have kind of disappeared. So we don't see bands on their debut becoming massive bands.
If you remember, in the early 2000s, they were like Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Paramore. They were all called sellout emo. They were all called corporate sellout, major label
Green
emo.
Day!
Major label emo. That is
Yeah.
literally what they were called, because all of their first albums or their second albums, they got signed to a major label. Like they shot up to fame. I'm sorry that we don't want to bottle bands on stage anymore and have them play as the opening act and get booed. I'm sorry that we don't want to give them that kind of horrible ritual hazing. We actually just want to celebrate musicians while they're alive and not when they've either retired or died. Sophie, what do you know about the new hot genre coming out of metal called moancore?
Moancore.
So moancore is an online joke that is now turning into a genre, kind of because of a band called Not Enough Space. They're at Not Enough Space FL, so I'm guessing that's Florida. Central Florida Metalcore, right? And they are a band that have been blowing up on TikTok at the moment. I love them. I think they're really great. And they have a song called Primitive where it's like a breakdown and then a moan and then a breakdown. And like, if you are a veteran of this scene, you'll know that bands have been doing this for a while. What do you think the next core will be? We've had baddie core, which is like Sleep Token, Bad Omens, Spirit Box, the baddies, the little girls who do the baddie dance. You've got corporate metalcore, so like, or co-worker core. That's it, co-worker core,
What
which
the
is co-worker core is basically the bands that your co-worker at work who like thinks they're into metal listen to, but it's not actually metalcore. So they're like, yeah, I'm a metalhead, but it's like the most easy metalcore you've heard. There's also crabcore, a classic. There's electronic core, which is basically electric core boy. Pop core. Let's do. I'd like to do microwave core, where whenever there's a
what?
breakdown. No, shut up. Stay with me. Microwave core. Whenever there's a breakdown, right as a breakdown hits, it goes ding, and then you hear the microwave slam closed. Right? Hear me
Ooh.
out. Hear me out. Like
This probably already exists, but what about 8-bit core?
that would be great. That
Like,
would be great. Like a good like Stardew Valley, but metal. Sophie, what do you know about the band Kublai Khan?
God, they've been going for forever. I
I
remember playing
know.
them on my radio show a long, long, long time ago. They're awesome, bringing you that hardcore vibe.
They are awesome. Do you know that everybody's thirsting on them over on TikTok?
Slow it down for me, baby girl. Monkey see, monkey do. So who the fuck made you? So who the fuck made you?
I hope she plays love story. This is cool like that.
I can't say
Man,
that
you
with a straight
guys.
face. People are thirsting over them on TikTok, right? Like they are the new band. You had Bad Omens blown up on TikTok. You had Sleep Token blown up on TikTok. For some reason, metalheads are really horny because whenever these bands blow up on TikTok, it's people going, I want to fuck them. Oh my god, I'm so horny and making thirst traps. But people, watch the video. Watch the video.
Do you know what? I want to judge it and be like, no, just enjoy the music or whatever. But then it reminds me, like in the 80s, you still that was a whole vibe. There were people wearing leather, and you'd have it's a long-standing thing that people perv on
As a
bands.
lesbian, listen, as a lesbian,
Perv on bands.
even I would like, oof. Let me ride them handlebars into the sunset. That fucking handlebar mustache, brother, brother. If if you'd
And
like
that's
to
it.
follow us, you can follow us at We Wear Black Pod on everything. I'm at Yasmin at Subin X. Sophie is I am at Sophie K. And if you want to see more content from us, keep watching Notfest YouTube or stream on Wednesdays We Wear Black, wherever you get your podcasts.